Sup guys, it's Diego Bravo and I'm just gonna sit down and talk to y'all today. So I'm just gonna let y'all know a little bit about me and who I am and how I started to become a singer and just fun things like that. So when I was little, I always played sports. I played soccer for like 15 years. And growing up, my parents like always encouraged music on us, especially my dad. He got us pianos, he got us guitars, and even though like we didn't have the money to learn how to play those instruments, he kind of just gave it to us so we could experiment with them. So we just kind of just had them. So when I was really little, my dad would turn on like Michael Jackson or like George Michael or like the Bee Gees, and we would just listen to music while we cleaned the whole house on a Sunday. And it was like, it was kind of like a bittersweet moment because I didn't want to be cleaning my house on a Sunday, like my day off of school. But it was like, when I listened to those type of icons, it really brought like this kind of love out. Those little moments started to become reasons why I wanted to become a singer today or an artist. When I was 13, I watched the X Factor and I watched all the seasons. Like I watched the season with like Fifth Harmony, Diamond Y, Josh Levi, B Miller. Like that was my season where like Demi was on the panel and Simon and Britney. Like that was the season that really hit me, that I was like, wow, I want to do that for the rest of my life. And it was so interesting to watch kids like my age like be something bigger than a lot of other kids in my life. Like no one in my hometown was like doing crazy things like that. Like that isn't a normal thing for a normal kid to do. And it was just like, it was an awesome thing for me to see. Like it was like, wow, like there's more to life than just like waking up, going to work, and like eating food. Like people have dreams and they can come true, and it was just an awesome thing to see on TV. And in that moment, I think that was the biggest moment I fell in love with singing, performing, like being on a stage, like seeing their happiness on stage, like really made me want to do that even more. I remember my first recital and it was literally the most tragic moment in my life. Like, I got to the place and it was at a church, and when I walked in, it was all girls. There's no other guy in the room. Like, I was by myself, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's no other homie up in there like, hey, what's up, bro, you know? We sing, you know? Like, nah, it was just like me by myself, and, you know, it was really intimidating to sit in front of like a group of pretty girls that can sing like amazing, because I was like the last boy to go, and it kind of sucked because they all went on there and they all killed it. My voice was literally like shaking. Like I was like this was my vocal cord. Like this was my vocal cord. Like that was my vocal cord. Like I'm not even kidding. It was so bad, and that was the first time I ever sang in front of anyone in my whole entire life. It was so bad. Like I laughed at myself after, and it was just so funny. I think a lot of people like give in into their dreams because they have moments like that, but I feel like moments like that are like big moments where they're like, hey, this is only happening in a small like situation, but it's gonna help you like in the future. Like if you really think about it, like Beyonce and like Rihanna and like Sam Smith, like they didn't just go on a stage and they just sounded beautiful and like they did amazing. Like there had to be a moment in their life where they did bad. Like people don't think that, like when they see artists on like TV and stuff, like people who are put on TV don't just like go on there because it's their first time and they sound good. Like no, like people need experience. Like people need to know how it feels to like sing in front of people and like really like have that moment where it's okay to freak out and it's okay to sound bad because you're nervous. Because once you make it to like, let's say like the Grammys or like some other awards show or something, like you don't act that way on that stage, so that you're just used to singing in front of people. And so I just kind of took that moment like that. Like I could have just simply been like, you know what, I hate this, like it isn't for me, like I suck, like it's over, but I didn't. I can remember just standing there in front of the mirror and not being able to look at myself in the mirror because I felt so embarrassed. Like like you think, like just because you see people on TV, you think that you can do what they're doing, but it's like beyond that. Like I thought that like, you know, Demi just sits there up there like on a mic and just like slays and like she knows what to do because it just naturally happens for her. Like she's probably had to have some training for that, and I didn't think about that when I went to learn how to do stage presence, and when I did, it kind of just hit me right there. Like things don't just happen. Like you have to work really hard for them, and you have to really break down some walls to get where you want to be. And that's what I really had to do. Like that was really hard to do for me, because it was like 12 people watching me in one room, and they're like, do this that you've never done before, and feel really comfortable and looked really confident doing it. A lot of people don't really push for having big dreams. Like people think it's not really realistic to, you know, be a singer, to be an artist, but you know, it's all about where your heart is, and if you really want it, and if it's really true to yourself, like if you're really real with yourself and that's exactly what you want to do and there's nothing else stopping you, then you're gonna make it. But if you have all these backup plans, and if you think that, you know, like it's not gonna fall through, then that's what's gonna happen. Like you just have to be 100% into it and 100% loving it. I just wanted to encourage y'all to not let the situations around y'all really change the way you think towards something you really love. Like always go for things that you want. Like it's your life, you're gonna live it for the rest of your life. You're the one that's gonna be with yourself the rest of your life. You're gonna have to live with the decisions you didn't make or did make. Don't let a camera scare you. Don't let people scare you. Don't let uncomfortable situations scare you. Like those are the best things that are gonna happen for you. Like I've been embarrassed so many times on a stage that I don't even have that fear anymore. And that's honestly the best feeling in the world, because knowing that you can't mess up more than you already have gives you that confidence of like, hey, I can only be good at this. Like I can only do better. Like I've already messed up. Like that feeling of embarrassment has already passed, so I don't have to worry about like, hey, is this gonna happen, or how am I gonna feel after it? Like you already know how it feels, so the only thing you can do and the only thing you know how to do is to do what you practice. Alright guys, I hope y'all really liked this video. Make sure to leave a comment, like, and subscribe. I hope you guys learned a little bit about me and who I am. Make sure to follow my social medias too, on my Instagram, Twitter, my Facebook, and yeah, see you guys next week. Bye!
Let's show them we are better. Let's show them we are. Let's show them we are. Let's show them we are. Let's show them.